Good morning, guys. Now tell me, I know Mum and Dad. Is it cold this morning?
Yes.
It's not cold?
Yes.
Because Father Steve said it was cold. So if we had a choice of staying in bed where it's nice and warm, or coming to church and having fun and learning about Jesus, which way are we going to go? Come to church? Yeah?
But bring your blanket.
Bring your blanket. That's not a bad idea. Everybody, Harriet is a genius. To the people that don't want to come to church because it's too cold of a morning, bring your blanket. Thank you, Harriet. Huh? I don't know where Liam is. Eddie's cousins, and thank you for checking. Okay, guys. Lately, we've learned all about these wonderful things that Jesus has done. So who can tell me some really cool things that Jesus has done?
The Trinity.
Jesus didn't exactly do the Trinity, but he was part of it. He was certainly part of it. But that's still a good answer. But I'm sure you can think of something else that Jesus has or did that was pretty awesome. Harriet.
When he was crucified, he said some words that were very unclear to humanity, and he made God open the curtains where the lamb was going to be murdered.
Well, we'll go with Jesus died on the cross, which is arguably the best thing he ever did, which was ultimately awesome. We all agree on that? Okay, so when we all go away and have fun in Kids Club today, the gospel reading is about a guy that Jesus came out and helped. And this guy was having a hugely rough life. This guy's life was incredibly tough. He lived in cemeteries, he lived in a cave, and it was horrible. And Jesus came along and helped this guy out. But what I was trying to get you guys to help me out with is some other ways that Jesus has helped people in their lives. Say, for example, take a person in a wheelchair, all right? Now, they can't run around and have fun and skip and play as what we do. So imagine how cool it would be when Jesus said to somebody that can't walk, get up and walk, and all of a sudden they could play, they could have fun, they could run, they could do everything else. Would that be up there on the cool scale? That'd be pretty awesome. All right, what I want you to do now is close your eyes. Keep them closed. I know you like to peek, Harriet. Keep them closed. Now, imagine that that's your life. That's all you can ever see. What can you see?
Nothing.
All you see is black. Imagine that for the whole of your life, that the only thing you see is black. You don't see colour at all. You can't see your parents, you can't see your brothers and sisters, you can't see anything. So imagine what it was like for a person when Jesus went up to them and gave them sight again. Now, what I want you to do when I tell you to is open your eyes. So, open your eyes now, and what's it like? Imagine that you've been living your life with total darkness, and what it'd be like just then when you can see again. Very cool?
Very, very colourful.
Very colourful. Or, let's have another one. Imagine not being able to hear a thing. Being able to hear nothing. Yeah, you can. Well, see, I thought of that if I got you to go like that with your ears, but then if I kept talking, you can't hear what I say. Which could, yeah. But is there a cool thing? I mean, you wouldn't be able to hear Mum and Dad when they said, go clean up your room. You could go, well, I didn't hear. But they don't anyway. But the other thing is, you wouldn't be able to hear Mum and Dad say, I love you. You'd never be able to hear music. You'd never be able to hear the birds sing. So that'd be pretty rough. So imagine how wonderful it is for somebody that could never hear anything, never heard the birds sing, never heard music, for Jesus to say, you can now hear. How awesome would that be? The cool thing is that Jesus showed us it doesn't matter if a person is blind, if they can't hear, if they can't walk, if they're crippled. The cool thing about Jesus, he didn't see the blind person, he didn't see the person that was deaf, he didn't see the person that couldn't hear, he saw the person. And all he saw was how much he loved that person. So when we see someone who is blind, or is crippled, or is deaf, how about we look at the person first and just go, you know what? It's sad that they can't hear or see, but we still love them nonetheless and we treat them the same. And that's exactly what Jesus did. And the thing is, Jesus continues to help us out today. He continues to hear us and heal us, and all we have to do is, if we've got a problem, what do? We pray. So that is pretty awesome. All right, guys, let's go to Kids Club in a second.